January 22nd, 1973, the Supreme Court handed down their decision in Roe versus Wade, homogenizing an approach to abortion across the country. It's estimated over 60 million lives have been lost to abortion since this decision. This resolution recognizes January 22nd into the future as a day of tears. It encourages Americans to lower their flags to half-staff to mourn the lives lost to abortion. I'm joined in this resolution by Senators Daines, Inhofe, Blackburn, Hagerty, Lankford, Hawley, and Rounds. Similar resolutions have passed in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, Louisiana, and West Virginia. Representative Jody Hice is leading a similar measure in the House. It has 51 co-sponsors from 26 states. 2 weeks ago, thousands of Americans joined the March for Life to stand up for the unborn. Later this year, the Supreme Court will issue a decision on a case which strikes at the heart of Roe versus Wade. Our current abortion guidelines, we only have 5 other countries that would be similar. 2 of those countries, China and North Korea. What does that say about abortion in America? Minimally, the court needs to return this to the states so that we don't have this policy put upon all the states, at least half of which disagree with it. Whatever that decision may be, we must remember the millions of lives lost to the tragedy of abortion. Madam President, as if in legislative session, I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on the Judiciary be discharged from further consideration and the Senate now proceed to Senate Resolution 494. I further ask that the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, and that the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Madam President.
The Senator from Washington.
Madam President, reserving the right to object. Just weeks ago, we celebrated the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the landmark decision that affirmed the right to abortion and changed so many lives for the better. And across the country, patients spoke out about their experiences before Roe, about how Roe meant they could get an abortion that they needed, or even after Roe, they still struggled to get access to an abortion. But what was present in all of those stories was real fear about what the future holds, fear of what a country without Roe would look like, because that's what Republicans are pushing for all across the country. Republicans in Texas passed SB 8, which bans abortions after 6 weeks and allows people to sue anyone who helps someone get an abortion. In Idaho, bordering my home state of Washington, extreme Republican legislators are trying to pass a law modeled after that Texas abortion ban. Republicans in Mississippi brought a direct challenge of Roe to the Supreme Court and have told the court in no uncertain terms they believe Roe should be overturned. Now, those are just a few examples, and we've got one more here in the Senate today. The resolution from the senator from Indiana sends a message that the Republican Party knows best when it comes to some of the most personal decisions people make about their health and their future, about when and whether to have children, and about what is best for themselves and their families. Well, they don't. In fact, the majority of Americans support Roe and do not want to see it overturned. They want a country where everyone can control their own body and their own future. And that's exactly what I am fighting for, so I object.
Objection is heard.
Madam President.
Senator from Indiana.
Senator from Washington makes the point that it's Republicans. This is not Republicans Of course, they are for doing what needs to be done, and that's returning this to the states minimally, taking a decision that was out of context back in 1973 when it was made. And the opposite of the argument she made would be that why should the federal government, based upon a judiciary ruling that was out of context, force this on the entirety of the country? And when it comes to what it allows now, abortions late into a pregnancy, that is not supported by most of the country. So minimally, this ought to be returned to the states to reflect how different states in this country of 50 of them, over half disagree with it, and over half of our citizens would say that makes more sense than what we've got now. I yield the floor.